Then we have another thing where Brittney Griner says that says something about that effing white girl. Now, can you imagine the outrage if Caitlin Clark said those things? The injuries that black girl was running from.
The WNBA is once again at the center of a controversy that highlights many of the concerns fans have raised about how the league handles its most recognizable star. Reports have circulated after footage appeared to capture Brittney Griner making a remark toward Caitlin Clark following her foul out against the Indiana Fever. Meanwhile, critics argue that despite benefiting tremendously from Clark's popularity and the attention she has brought to the league, WNBA leadership has continued to overlook what they see as a pattern of repeated targeting and hostility directed at one of the league's most influential players.
Sure what she said, but the way people are taking it is that she said some very disrespectful stuff. Alright, so let's take a look at what she is saying right here. I'm not a lip reader, but it looked like right here she says, effing white girls. Oh man, effing trash, effing white girls. Effing trash right there. Effing white.
During Thursday night's 81-76 win by the Indiana Fever over the Atlanta Dream, another incident unfolded that quickly sparked criticism and debate. For many observers who have followed the treatment Caitlin Clark has received throughout the season, the moment felt like a continuation of a familiar pattern. Brittney Griner, a veteran center whose career has included one of the most widely publicized international stories in sports, appeared frustrated as Clark, the 22-year-old point guard, helped lead her team in a hard-fought victory despite the significant size difference between the two players.
The post from Brittney Griner, and one thing I don't understand is that, like, there is some kind of flimsy evidence, I guess. Like, we're not lip readers. We're not lip readers. She probably says trash. Like, it sounds like she has said. It looks like what it apparently says is effing what.
After enduring a difficult night on the court, scoring just 5 points in 25 minutes of action, Griner fouled out and was forced to leave the game. However, the attention quickly shifted away from the box score when cameras appeared to capture her mouthing the words trash and an expletive followed by white girl, with many viewers believing the comment was directed at Caitlin Clark. The moment immediately fueled widespread discussion online. Critics argued that if the interpretation of the footage is accurate, it reflects conduct unbecoming of a veteran player who is expected to lead by example, especially when emotions run high after a frustrating performance against a much smaller opponent.
If you guys did not watch the game in its entirety, Brittney Griner fouled out late in the fourth, and she was in foul trouble the whole game. The referees was definitely calling everything on her. Even though the Indiana Fever really didn't get a chance to shoot a bunch of free throws that game, they was making specifically calls against Brittney Griner, and she was getting frustrated about it, man. Now, footage has surfaced, a couple different takes on this clip as well as to what she actually said. Some people saying she didn't call Caitlin Clark a effing white girl. Some people say that she said what a effing whack call. At the end of the day, she said something.
The clip quickly spread across social media, drawing intense attention and widespread debate. Many viewers pointed to the video as appearing to show Griner making the remarks, and the footage became a major topic of discussion online. Although lip reading cannot definitively confirm what was said, many observers believe the video strongly suggests the comments in question. Rather than involving an unclear gesture or indistinct audio, critics argue the footage appears to show a professional athlete directing racially charged language toward another player in the aftermath of a frustrating performance on the court.
Well, now it appears that Brittney Griner has been caught on video. And yes, there's a certain amount of lip reading that's going on here, but y'all let you be the judge, because I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to try to decipher what it is Brittney Griner was saying. By the way, she fouled out of a WNBA game against Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever. She plays for the Atlanta Dream now. So here we go. Brittney Griner, who Joe Biden acquired 2 years ago and maybe the most lopsided trade of all time, this side of Deshaun Watson, was caught on camera saying what appeared to be some not very nice things about white girl Caitlin Clark during her little WNBA game last night.
If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe for more updates and analysis. What made this situation especially controversial was the context surrounding it. Caitlin Clark wasn't coming off one of her signature high-scoring performances. She finished with just 11 points in the win. This wasn't a game where she dominated the scoreboard or publicly embarrassed an opponent. Instead, many critics viewed it as a case of Clark simply contributing to her team's success, while another player appeared to let frustration boil over, allegedly using language that would likely draw serious consequences in many professional settings. The controversy also wasn't limited to the Griner incident. During the same game, Clark was involved in another on-court confrontation that resulted in both players receiving technical fouls. The league's disciplinary response was to issue matching $30 fines, treating both participants the same. That decision sparked criticism from some fans, who questioned whether the punishment accurately reflected what had taken place. At the same time, those critics pointed out that while the league acted quickly in response to the on-court altercation, it had not publicly addressed the viral video involving Griner's alleged remarks. That contrast led to renewed debate over how the WNBA handles incidents involving its most recognizable player and whether similar situations receive consistent treatment.
We have another thing where Brittney Griner says that says something about that effing white girl. Now, can you imagine the outrage if Caitlin Clark said those things? I was that injuries that black girl was running from that. Why is it that the black players can be openly racist? There's investigation into racist comments, but you can be racist toward a white girl who is bringing all these eyes to the WNBA.
This latest episode has fueled criticism from those who believe the WNBA applies its rules inconsistently when Caitlin Clark is involved. They argue that when Clark is part of a physical confrontation, the league often responds by assigning equal responsibility and issuing identical penalties, regardless of the circumstances. At the same time, these critics contend that when other incidents raise more serious questions about sportsmanship or player conduct, the league has been noticeably less vocal. The $30 fine issued after Clark's altercation has also become a focal point in that debate. Many supporters point out that Clark has had an extraordinary impact on the league's visibility and commercial success. Her games routinely attract large television audiences, her merchandise has been among the league's best sellers, and her presence has helped generate unprecedented fan interest. Because of that influence, some believe the league should do more to ensure a safe and professional environment for its most high-profile players rather than treating every incident as though all situations are identical. For those making this argument, the discussion extends well beyond a single game or one controversial moment. They view the alleged Griner incident, along with other confrontations involving Clark throughout the season, as part of a broader pattern that deserves closer scrutiny. Whether that interpretation is ultimately accepted or not, the repeated controversies have intensified the conversation about consistency, player protection, and how the WNBA handles disputes involving its biggest stars. The controversy surrounding Brittney Griner has intensified criticism of how the WNBA handles incidents involving Caitlin Clark. Many fans argue that if Griner's alleged remarks are confirmed, the league should respond with the same consistency it expects in other cases involving player conduct. Critics believe Clark's impact on attendance, television ratings, and merchandise sales has transformed the league, yet they feel she has not received the same level of protection afforded to other stars. They also argue that repeated controversies involving Clark have created the perception of inconsistent enforcement, raising broader questions about leadership, accountability, and professional standards. Supporters say the WNBA now faces an important choice: enforce its policies consistently for every player or risk further criticism over how it addresses high-profile incidents.